Good morning, John. It's Friday, October 5th. I've got your video queued up. When you're talking about the feuds, thinking I would just sort of listen in and tell you what I think of the things that you mentioned.
Dragons or fairies?
Dragons.
Love or money? Love.
Love.
Money. Actually,
love.
You might pick money.
Hey.
I love money. Pirates or ninjas? Ninjas.
Ninjas.
Hank, I know that everyone in comments was like, pirates,
No.
bone.
No.
But seriously? Pirates?
Pirates aren't even well
I mean,
trained.
one of the best online video series in history called Ask a Pirate.
Ask a Pirate would be a good show, though.
Unicorns versus zombies?
Unicorns.
Zombies, although I'm profoundly troubled by both.
Okay, well I think we've got a good place to start then. With unicorns or zombies. It's kind of hard to argue about something that doesn't exist, though. We have had arguments on Brotherhood 2.0. Remember the whole Obama-Edwards thing? I mean, the whole reason that Brotherhood 2.0 hasn't been able to endorse a candidate is that Barack Obama has a problem with coal. And this, apparently, is not something that bothers you. Maybe it's because outside doesn't have the kind of influence over you that outside should have. Oh, I broke my box. Cheese or chocolate? Can we feud about cheese or chocolate? I'm a cheese man myself. There are just more kinds of cheese than there are kinds of chocolates. I feel like I would be giving up more. Sexy Phil or what the buck? I'm gonna go with Sexy Phil. No offense to the buck. I'm just more in Sexy Phil's demographic, I think. Star Trek the original series or Star Trek the Next Generation? Star Trek the Next Generation. Kung Fu or Kung Fu the Legend Continues? Actually, I mean, if you said Kung Fu the Legend Continues, then we would actually have a feud on our hands. Huey Lewis and the News Back in Time or Huey Lewis and the News Ghostbusters? That one's really hard! The Never-Ending Story or Goonies? Goonies never say die! It's our time down here! It occurs to me that the Goonies may possibly have been the original Nerdfighters. Nerdy Asian kid who's inventing stuff all the time. And then there's Mikey, who had all the braces and couldn't speak correctly and was always saying the wrong word at the wrong time. And then there was Mouth, who was just ridiculously smart. And then there's Chunk, who's chubby. Also, there's Sloth. Baby Root? Okay, now it is occurring to me that many of the people who watch Brotherhood 2.0 are too young to have watched the Goonies, and that is a horrible tragedy! Young nerd fighters, if you have never watched Goonies, go rent Goonies! It's like Harry Potter, except there are pirates, and it takes place in the real world. Or at least the real world as it was in 1985. It's about friendship. That and being social outcast underdogs. Which is something that we know a good deal about here in Nerdfighter Town. Anyway, what was I talking about? Feuds! I can easily see if John Edwards becomes a little bit more of a substantial candidate in this race, that could be a real feud, because I do like John Edwards a lot. I like to listen to Barack Obama. I would love to listen to him for the next 4 years. I just want to hear his voice. It's pleasant. But sometimes I feel like his priorities are not stacked in the same order as my priorities. I think that all of his priorities match up well with my priorities, but I think his is in a different list. It's in a different order. In my opinion, it's not going to matter all that much if there's really good healthcare in America if we can't feed ourselves because we've poisoned the earth. In fact, anybody who brings Al Gore into their cabinet to be like chief of environmental affairs and climate research, yes, that person I would vote for. I don't care who the hell it is. I don't even care which party it is. Someone who actually shows that they give a shit about the environment. That's the one that I'm going for. Hopefully that's enough material for a feud for you, because I think it probably is. Picking on universal healthcare. Now that's how to piss off John Green. Brotherhood2.com and my pants may be down for a little bit this weekend because we're moving to a new server. And that is probably all that I'm going to say today. Catherine and I are going to go on a walk. I'll see you on Monday.